The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the Way FM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. When you need a break from the heavy news, we've got you covered.
I am honored to help.
It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
You know, if you spend any time out in the world amongst people, it's good to we all are reminded that we need reminders on what is considered everyday etiquette. Okay?
Oh, for sure.
Because not everybody is running by the same rules.
And you think that it's obvious,
You
but
would
then
think.
when you see somebody break it, you're like, how were you never taught this?
I know. So, here are a couple of reminders for you that everybody agrees on are everyday etiquette. The first one is let people exit an elevator, bus, or train before you enter.
Yes, and yes, and yeah. I get it. Like sometimes kids don't know this and they try to run, and parents need to grab your kid by the shirt, pull them back in, and go. No, we let everybody. We let everybody else off. Then we go in. But they don't do that, and
Yeah.
I see adults do it all the time too.
Another one: don't abandon your shopping cart in the middle of an aisle.
I always.
And I would say too, in the middle of a parking lot.
Oh yeah, put the parking lot back, and then I always.
Put the cart back.
Yeah,
not the parking lot.
but in the store, I will take my cart and put it like near the end cap or in the middle, like in between displays, things like that, to get it as out of the way as possible for people. I had a lady the other day in the store. I was at Walmart, go figure, and this lady would not move her cart. Like, I couldn't go, and I'm just looking at her, and she's just looking at me. It's like we're just staring at each other.
Did you say excuse me?
Yeah, eventually I'm like, is there any way I could get by? Like, and it was almost like she had jockeyed to move a couple times so I couldn't get by. I'm like, what is going on here?
I know. And then finally, this is one that if you find yourself doing this often, you might need to set some boundaries. And that is if you're having a conversation, keep your phone away. Don't put it on the table. Don't have it where you can see notifications. Don't stop a conversation. Have to pull it out of your pocket to look at it.
I hate this one. I
No, it is so inconsiderate. It's rude.
I think
it is so rude.
I don't have a problem if I'm talking with somebody and their phone goes off and they pull their phone out and just look at it real quick. I'll either pause my conversation and go, let them finish, or I'll keep going because I know they can multitask.
No.
I don't have a problem with that. Like I'll do mine. Like I'll do mine under the table.
I know, and I can tell when you're doing
know,
it. You're really bad about this, and I
Yeah.
think it goes to show that you need to create some boundaries between you and your phone. You have unhealthy boundaries with your phone.
But what if I'm missing out on something that somebody wants to sell me that I might need?
Does that
Because usually when I do go to my phone, it's not anything earth-shattering.
Exactly.
It's usually somebody trying to sell me an extended warranty for my
Exactly.
car. But I bought 3, so.
Oh, jeez.
Gonna do the unthinkable. Gonna go to work early.
This early bird gets the worm.
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. And we have to come to work early. It's just part of this job. And it's been that way for a million years for me. But I still don't get used to getting up. But every time I get in my car, I'm like, what other bad life decisions have you all made? As I'm looking at people on the road, like, I have to get up. Why are you up this early? This is inhuman. And so I'm always curious. I'm a little bit of a nosy busybody, and I'm curious as to where people are going.
I think sometimes we're also surprised at what jobs require you to get up at an ungodly hour.
Oh, absolutely.
And we like to learn as well.
Sometimes I wonder why, too, where the person this morning in the white Audi was going as I was doing 79 and they passed me like I was sitting still.
Whoa.
And I'm like, okay, sir. And so I had to make up a nice story about him because he
He found out that his wife was going into labor,
had to
and he
get
had
there.
to rush to the hospital.
Yep, I had to create a good narrative because, man, I'm like, what in the world? 'Cause he flew up right by, and then he aggressively whipped around me. I'm like, okay, unnecessary when there's no one else around me, sir. But
you
anyway.
should have waved and said, congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. So where are you going right now? What are you doing? Why are you up this early? Okay, 855-33-WAY-FM. You know, sometimes we've had heavy things too. People are like, yeah, I'm going to my first chemo treatment. You're like, oh man, I did not see that coming. But just what is life for you like? What has you up this early and on the road? We'd love to know because, again, we're a little nosy. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What else do you got to do? You're driving. Why don't you call us, all right? 855-33-WAY-FM. We will commiserate with your early morning pain. What has you up this early, sir? We're just being nosy.
I am headed into work, and we just basically manufacture sterile drugs for pharmacies and hospitals and helping people personalize medicine, like whenever their doctor's offices can't provide for them, that we will tailor it like if we would tailor them to a regular personal medicine for them.
Andrew, it sounds like your job description is very important, unlike ours, where it means you need to get adequate sleep or you're going to really mess up. So are you good about getting the right amount of sleep? Because you sound a little groggy right now, I'm going to be honest.
Yes, I just woke up about a half hour ago, heading into work.
So my takeaway is if you're getting something made by Andrew today, just give it a once over. Like, just give it that extra eyeball. Just double check. Where are you going?
Well, I would tell you I do not like mornings, but I moved from Los Angeles, so I'm a bit bougie about my hair. And I live in Denison, Texas, almost to Oklahoma. So I am driving to Dallas, which takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours, to get my hair done. Because as I'm aging, I refuse to go gray.
What in the world?
Wow.
I know.
We had a friend of ours that just got her hair done, and this is what I don't understand. She's like, I didn't know how much it was going to be. How do you not know how much it's going to be? When I walk into Great Clips, I know it's going to be 19 plus tip. And why is it different for women?
Because of the color, the cut, they might have to make different types of colors.
So what? That should be included in the price.
Lindsay, why don't you make the appointment later in the day?
Well, it takes me like 2 hours to get there in the morning. And then, I have really long hair, so it takes me a good 3 hours to get my hair done.
What?
And then drive all the way home. So I would eat up my entire day if I'm not the first client in the morning.
So here's what Lindsay's doing. She's giving herself the right to take a nap while the hairdresser does her hair. She can just snooze away.
Nod off and not even see those dollar signs adding up. Uplifting Way FM. This is our show here, and we are kicking off a support drive on Friday, and this is the final little bit of our Chase Challenge. If you don't know what that is, it's this dude named Chase who loves the ministry of Way FM so much so that he put up a bunch of money to inspire people and challenge them to join him before we even get to support drive. So the goal is to match his generosity in a very short amount of time. We end this tomorrow. And, we're going to take his $20,000 and turn it potentially into $40,000 or more if you wanted to get involved right now. Here's Chase talking about why he decided to do this.
And there are a couple reasons I picked Way FM to put some of my money behind. And the main one is because I have a couple young kids. And I really care about what goes into their brains on a regular basis. And the content and the quality of the message that comes through and that leads my family and my community towards Jesus is a really big deal for me.
I love that he shared why he chose to give and that it's important to him personally and actually, too, for sharing the gospel. That resonated with Denise, who got in, and this was her reason.
So when I put in $1,000, I was just so into all of what he was saying for family, for community, for spreading the word, and it's just all so important. It's my first donation of the year, so I've got to get started on the year. Hallelujah and amen.
I love a cheerful giver giver. Like that's amazing. Like listen to her heart behind that. So you got Chase putting up the $20,000 out of the goodness of his heart and his convictions, and then her joining us and being happy about being part of this. And then we had a huge gift and a huge jump, Gavin, yesterday morning that came in.
Yes, someone by the name of Natasha, a legend now for me, from Denver, gave $500 a month.
That is crazy.
Insane.
That took up 25 spots of our, challenge here. And so the remaining spots left are 41. So we finish up tomorrow. We're literally sitting here with just 41 more people to say yes at that $20 a month or that single gift of $250. And we are going to match Chase's $20,000 challenge.
And here's what's so cool. You can play a part in this Chase challenge. You could play a part just by doing $20 a month or a single gift of $250. That takes up one of these 41 slots that are still available for you right now, but time is running out. So when you text the word give to 91979, that's give, G-I-V-E, to 91979, I'm going to text you back a link. You click that link, and that's where you can give your $20 a month or your single gift of $250 so we can meet this Chase challenge.
But time is running out. It ends tomorrow. We don't want to leave any of this on the table. So if you'd like to help out, you love the ministry of WayFM, text give to 91979 right now for our Chase challenge head start. I think to survive, we compartmentalize our lives. Everything has a box, and we kind of put things in there. You've got school, or you've got work, or you've got church. But the reality is, our faith colors everything that we do. That's one of the things I really liked when I was teaching at Colorado Christian University. Faith had to be integrated into the business classes, or whatever the class was. It was a fundamental part of the education as a whole, and I think that's how we change the world.
When I was going to CCU, as a student, I was thinking, how are they going to incorporate the Bible into math? And somehow they made it happen. All CCU online courses are designed for busy adults, and most courses, they're only 5 weeks long. So you can take one class at a time and still have time to enjoy your life.
I know I wrote papers at a campground one time, so it wasn't crazy once you get the system down. So that's why if you want to continue your education, both Betty and I highly recommend Colorado Christian University.
It's never too late to pursue your passion. Take the first step today and visit online.ccu.edu. CCU is a nonprofit impact partner.
Some shows have fancy newsrooms and a staff of writers. Not us.
So, this is where you do your thing.
It's news-ish on The Wally Show.
Fair warning, this one's going to be a smidge ranty and judgmental.
So it's just a regular Wednesday.
Yeah, buckle up, Buttercup. McDonald's has either lost their mind and is drinking their own Kool-Aid, or they are being wonderfully ironic, and I'm not sure which it is. McDonald's is adding a touch of elegance to one of its best-selling items this Valentine's Day. It's the new McNugget, which we all love McNuggets. Ain't nothing wrong with a McNugget. It's chicken parts, whatever. It's fine. And
so
then
good.
You dip them in their sauces. It's great. But they're partnering this with the McNugget Caviar Kit.
Oh,
you heard me correctly. They're adding caviar, fish eggs, that disgusting hoity-toity food of the rich and famous, to their McNugget meal.
But who asked for it?
That is a great question. They have a partnership with Paramount Caviar to bring McDonald's fan this premium product on February 10th exclusively online. A marketing executive for McDonald's said, "To be known is to be loved, and we know and love our fans, and pairing crispy McNuggets with their favorite caviar." Okay, couple things here.
You can have favorite caviar?
If you know your customer, you would know that your fans, A, cannot spell caviar, and B, if you put it in front of them, they're going to ball it up, put it on a fish hook for bait. That's who your customer is. The press release continued. Inspired by this perfect match, we're dropping our first ever McDonald's caviar kit featuring sturgeon caviar. After all, nothing says I love you like McDonald's caviar McNugget meal for Valentine's Day. Oh, boy. Okay.
I don't think they're out of touch.
Oh,
They need
100%.
to read the room, and that's not the place.
There has not been a pairing this bad since Pete Davidson and basically anybody. I told you it was going to be judgmental. Yeah, he's like collateral damage.
Yeah.
Right now he's sitting in on SNL like, what happened? This is an idea From a Taylor Swift-loving, romantic novel-reading millennial marketing person who has never set foot inside of a McDonald's after dark. It is a different world in there, my friend. In a sea of bad ideas, this one stinks more than the dead fish the caviar came from. And this is an idea that they know they're not going to sell many of, except for a few funny kitsch factor sales maybe. Because if your man buys you a McNugget caviar meal for real on Valentine's Day, you need to get Caviar away from him.
Nice.
So there you go. But anyway, if you want to check it out, it's exclusively online on the 10th through McDonald's app.
I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. That, of course, is Casting Crowns. And their frontman, Mark Hall, was talking how important it is for us to monitor what our kids are listening to and watching, but he didn't just leave it there for the kids.
When it comes to music, man, your music is really either who you are or who you want to be. As a matter of wisdom, I need to make a goal that most of the things that I'm watching and listening to are urging me into the new life I'm trying to live, and they're not dragging me back to the old life I'm trying to leave.
That's so good, man. Who you are, your music is who you are, who you want to be. And I think this is really true. If you think back to when you were a kid, you hadn't experienced much life yet, and you listened to music that was aspirational to what you wanted to be, whether, it was, victorious or a rock star or this or this or this. The music got you. Or it got you where you were. Like if you were, listening to all of Betty's depressing gothic music from back in the day.
It's not a phase, Bob. No, I think it is important to remember because you hear your parents say it all the time and it goes in one ear and out the other, but which is kind of punny. But what you listen to does speak into the person that you do become. And so I wish I had been more aware of that when I was younger. I need to be more aware of that now, but I think it's something that is good for us to be aware of so that if we need to make changes that we can.
And that was his point too, that we as adults even need to monitor what we're watching when the kids go to bed or what we're listening to on the way home from work and things like that. And so I get it, but he just put it in such a way that I thought was really good.
So I think maybe that means you should make some changes when it comes to listening to Taylor Swift on your way in and your way out of
Can't
the
stop,
office.
won't stop. I know that's Miley, but whatever. That's another thing.
Wow. So much.
Mixing my metaphors there. So here's what we want to do with you. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. Based on what Mark Hall is saying about the music that you listen to, it's either who you are or who you want to be. What song is that for you? Either one of those things. Maybe you're not in a good place right now and you're listening to a bunch of the songs that we play and there's one that stands out because it's aspirational. It gives you hope and it gets you in the mindset that you can make this happen. Or another one is a song that gets you right now where you're at currently and it's in that moment with you. I'd love to hear your take on this. I mean, because we play these songs for a reason. We pick them with purpose, and I'd love to hear how they are landing with you. So here we go. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. The music you listen to is either who you are or who you want to be. What is your song? What is that song that either is who you are now or who you want to be for you?
First of all, let me say that is so true. I nanny. And I was talking to the kids the other day, and they listened to whatever. And I tell you, when I was younger and before I had kids, I listened to country. And I don't like that now because when you hear a song, it sticks with you. And I don't want that kind of music in my head. And when I had my first baby, I said, I don't want my baby listening to that. So I will say that Phil Wickham's songs, he sings about heaven. And the way he sings them just brings out how you would feel.
Yeah, Michelle, I think you're talking about the song Homesick for Heaven, his brand new release.
I want to see my children run to your arms and worship the Savior who wears my scars. There's an ache in my heart. I'm homesick for heaven.
Yeah, I love songs about heaven.
I totally get limiting access to certain kinds of music like country for example, like, because if it's, where you are or who you want to become, like, who wants to lose their dog, have their truck break down, and live in a trailer? That's what I was becoming.
I mean,
Right.
That's where Betty
Well,
is.
and my parents are proud.
What song is kind of where you are now or where you want to be?
This song is actually an older song, and it was pretty transformative at a time in my life.
What song was it?
This song was I Raise a Hallelujah.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will arise.
In 2019, we had a full-term stillbirth, and we lost our daughter, Talia Joy. And that's devastating for anyone. And it was devastating for me personally. And at first, I felt like I handled it well. I knew God was in control. I knew all the theology, behind God being in control and everything's for God's glory. But there came a time when I just became truly angry and just really just desperate for understanding. And I felt so far from God, I didn't even know what I believed anymore.
Wow, I could see why you would gravitate to this song just based on your story and what you experienced. Yeah, your weapon is a melody. It's the only thing you have when the world doesn't make sense, and to be able
And I
to
remember
praise.
just breaking down and not even really singing it, kind of mumbling it in tears. And I just really understood that sometimes it is a sacrifice of praise. That's all we can give. In that moment when there is nothing left to give and we don't understand, and all we have to give is that sacrifice of praise because he is good. He is who he says he is.
It's today's Music Insider
TMI.
with Gavin.
TMI, my friends.
Phil Wickham is one of my favorite artists that we play on this station, and a little while ago, he took that really classic Rich Mullins Awesome God song and he turned it into What an Awesome God.
All the saints and the angels sing, our God is an awesome God. He reigns.
Yeah, he wickified it.
Nice.
He Wikipedia'd it, and it's Phil Wickham dies.
No, that you should have stopped it.
You're right.
Yeah.
I should have stopped it wikified.
Yeah,
I like that. You should like coin that for him.
Yeah, it's really good though. It's a good song.
But I guess he's on a kick when it comes to turning classic. Well, okay, when it comes to wikifying classic songs, because he has always been inspired by the classic hymnal "Amazing Grace." Real quick, Betty, you do like a nice angelic hymnal voice. Can you sing?
Amazing grace.
Nice.
How sweet the sound.
It's like I'm back in church with Grandma.
Do you guys know the song behind, or the story behind that
Yes,
song, Amazing
it's
Grace?
fascinating.
John Newton in like the 1700s was a slave trader, and then he was at sea. The boat was getting in a wreck. He cried out to God, changed his life, became a pastor, fought slavery, wrote this song. So when he talks about, Amazing Grace saved a wretch like me, he's referencing who he was before God. So again, Phil Wickham, always inspired by that song, is putting his twist on it. There is something kind of fun and interesting when it came to him producing the song.
Yeah.
Was that he invited Crowder to be on it.
Interesting.
And I think that
Betty Rock is grimacing.
No,
We should listen before.
listen. I like Crowder.
I know.
But I'm telling you, the reason I went is because I think he missed who he should have called in.
You?
Who?
Chris Tomlin.
Oh, well, yeah.
Chris Tomlin has been doing this since 2001, sir.
That's true.
He paved the way. He crawled so you could run.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Chris Tomlin's written an original song in 25 years. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, Chris. He listens. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, but Crowder and Wickham's voices are very different. So it's like, will it work? Will it match?
We used to say he Tommied it, but now we're saying Wickified it.
All right, well, here we go. This is what, Crowder also?
Yep.
There's Phil jumping in. Do you hear Phil in the back? I first believed. Yeah, it works. It works.
Your fascination with
It's like you can't let someone else have the stage. It's
I
like
know.
you have to come in and
It's
ruin
great.
it
No,
all.
but I love Phil's vibrato, and I think it
couldn't
works.
hear it.
You couldn't? Oh, sorry. All right, there you go. That's a good one. I like this. I wasn't sure. It's a nice upbeat version of a kind of a dirgy kind of song, so that's good. Wickified, and that's going to do it for your TMI-ified.
Great googly moogly. Googly moogly.
Great googly moogly.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. We're going to play a little game here, and you'll have a chance to win a prize. And listen carefully to see who does better in this round between Betty and myself, because then you might know who to trust with helping you in your round. So the way it works is Gavin asks Google an open-ended question. It gives you 5 responses. We try to guess the answers and try to get one on the top 5 list there. You know, if we get the same answer, it's negated. If we get the number 1 answer, we get 2 points.
All right.
With that, Gavin, what's the first question for Google?
All right. I think I'm going to do this one. Why do I always think about blank?
Why do I always think about... Ooh. Boy, there's like serious ones. There's funny ones.
Yep.
I got mine.
Okay.
I'm going from personal experience.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
It's me too. Go ahead.
As in, what do I always think about sleep?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
You wake up and you dream about taking a nap that day.
Before I've even made it out of bed, I'm like, when am I going to take a nap?
That's a really good one. I put, why do I always think about lunch meat?
What?
I like lunch meat. So why do I always think-
personal.
Yeah, it came from my life too. Did lunch meat make the top 5 answers?
No.
Dadgummit.
Did
sleep?
Didn't either. I'll go 5-1 though. Why do I always think about the worst case scenario?
Oh, that's so me.
Yeah, my ex, that's for some people. The past, food was the number 2 answer, which I thought maybe you would have gone
Yes.
with. No, this is dark. Number 1.
Getting even?
That
Revenge?
Number 1 was death.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's funny, I almost said that.
Did
but
you?
I did. I literally
Instead,
did.
you went with lunch
I went with
meat.
lunch meat. I thought death was a little dark.
It
so
is.
I'm like, I'm not going to go with that. I'll do lunch meat, my other passion.
Oh my goodness.
All right, give us another one, Gavin. See if we can do better.
Why is there so much pain in my blank?
Stop.
I know what he's
Guys.
gonna say.
I work with a bunch of boys.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got mine. You go first, though.
Okay, I got mine too. Why is there so much pain in my back side?
I put, why is there so much pain in my back?
Okay.
And left it.
And left it there? Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
I know a lot of people deal with back pain.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And
Okay.
I know a lot of people have people in their life that are a pain.
Yeah.
In their back.
In their back
Side.
Okay, so the number 1 answer was lower back.
Oh,
which
okay.
is
So we're both right.
Ironic.
No.
Kind of. The tailbone's like
Yeah, it's
the
still
lower
part of it.
back-ish.
Yeah.
I think the majority of the point should go to Betty for saying back.
Sure.
Back-
Was neck on there?
Neck was not on there. This one had ear, heel, stomach, and then shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Were the other options.
Oh, shoulder. Yeah, I've struggled with that for 2 years. And now I'm finally on the mend. All right, so we did not do great. So you're going to play around. We will try not to undo you,
Mr.
then.
Lunch Meat.
I know, thank you. We'll try not to ruin your game for you, but if you want to have us help you, we're more than happy to. You can go with our answer or your answer, and we'll play that in, right now, actually, 855-33-WAY-FM. If you want to play, 855-33-WAY-FM.
Great Googly Moogly.
Googly Moogly.
Great Googly Moogly.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Lauren, welcome to Great Googly Moogly. And now the way it works is Gavin is going to ask a question of Google. It's going to give him 5 auto responses. Your job is to get an answer right on the list. If you do that, you win a prize. If you get the number 1 answer, you get 2 prizes. And Betty Rock and I will try to help you and not undermine you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Gavin, what is your first Great Googly Moogly question?
Is it okay that I can't blank?
Okay, I've got my answer already. This one was fast for me.
Okay.
Now I'm changing it. Okay, so Lauren, get an answer for that, okay?
Okay.
All right, I have my answer based on my daughter. Betty Rock, do you have an answer?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with Lauren's answer. What did you say?
I said ride a bike.
Okay. I, too, said ride a bike.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, what'd you say, Betty Lou?
I said, why can't I whistle? Because I can't whistle.
Okay, so now you've got 2 great minds thinking alike here with ride a bike, or you could go off the page and try to go with Betty's about whistling. What are you going to do?
I'm going to stick with ride a bike.
Stick with ride a bike. That's a great idea. Okay, Gavin, why can't I... Did whistle make the list?
Whistle was number 3 on this
Number
list.
3?
Okay.
So Lauren would have won a prize right there, but she went with her own and with mine. So please, Gavin, give me good news that she is at least on the list.
Coming right above whistle at number 2 was ride a bike.
Nice! You win, Lauren! Can I guess what number 1 was?
Go for it.
Swim?
No, swim wasn't on this list. I think this one more so understands me because I'm a little out of shape. It's why can't I touch my toes?
Oh.
It's not easy.
Well, congratulations, Lauren. You are the big winner today on Great Googly Moogly.
Thank you.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and we do a little thing called The Scoop where Betty Rock will find something that she's like, you know what? This might help my friends out a little bit, and I want to share it, and that's what she does. What do you got?
I have the scoop on how to tell if someone is lying to you.
Hat looks great.
That sounded true.
Now, here's the tricky part, though, because some of the same signs that can show you that someone is lying can also mean that they're telling the truth, but they're just nervous. And
well, that makes it
don't know
harder.
if you're believing them or not.
Okay.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Sure.
First one, a lot of them I noticed in you. First one is voice changing. So listen for a higher pitch or breathless tone. Usually this is caused by stress. So if you ask your husband, like, oh, do these jeans make me look fat? And he goes, what?
No, girl, come on. Think maybe.
It could be lying. Another thing to look out for is eye dancing. If their eyes are all over the room, it could be a sign of panic.
Okay.
No, not like that.
I'm dizzy.
But like if they're like looking at you and they're looking at the corner and they're like trying to figure out.
So eye contact is truthful.
Yes. Exactly.
Because I used to say, like, if you look up and to the right, you were lying because you were thinking about your answers, was kind of the old way of processing lying.
And then finally, this is something that Wally does a lot. Overcompensation, meaning a liar might puff up or act overly confident when trying to get away with something.
Yeah, or I think the other thing is to add a lot of details. The best lie, I can't believe I'm doing a tutorial on lying. The best lies are the ones that where there aren't too much information to it, because the more information you add, the more you have to keep track of, and the more things that can come unwound on you.
Which is why you should always tell the truth.
Kids, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Scoop.
That's the real scoop. Exactly. So take none of those things that Betty Rock is trying to unduly influence you with, and do not use those. And so just always
would never
tell the truth.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Rock Report with Betty Rock.
I think most parents would say they are tired when it comes to listening to baby music or your kids bop. You know, you've got Baby Shark.
Yeah.
You've just got all the songs that are on repeat.
We just bought. Old. You guys ever heard of like a Tony box?
No.
It's like a little box that you get figurines for, and then they put that figurine on like a Disney character, and it sings a song.
Oh.
I've heard the intro to Lion King 18,000 times. I'm good.
Well, you might be interested in this. There is a company called Rockabye Baby, and what they do is they release albums, and all the songs are from well-known artists, but they're a lullaby version.
Oh.
Their most recent one is a Backstreet Boys version. It's called Lullaby Renditions of Backstreet Boys.
Why would you do that to your kid?
It comes out the day before Valentine's Day. Here's a little taste of what you can hear. This one is their take of I Want It That Way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never gonna hear you say I want it back.
I kind of like it.
I like it better.
If that's not your vibe, this could be. They have other artists that they've done, like BTS with Dynamite.
Nice little K-pop for you. Yeah, we. You know what? I mean, honestly, like if you've got to listen to kid music or lullaby stuff, I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah. And then what about Taylor Swift? We've got, what's the one? I'm the Problem. It's me.
Oh, yeah, this one here.
It's me. Yes, Anti-Hero. I'm the problem.
So this is the lullaby version of it? You know what? That song actually works too, because it's like your kids looking at you as they're screaming going to bed. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yes, it is. Now go to bed.
That's very true. They have so many other artists out that are available. Like I said, they're called Rockabye Baby. You can look them up on YouTube.
I don't hate that,
No,
actually.
I don't either.
If I was a parent, I'd probably be down with that. All right, that's going to do it for your Rock Report. Thank you, Lady Rock. Uplifting WayFM, this is the Wally Show, and one of Gavin's responsibilities is to do the TMI report, where it's like information about your favorite Christian artist. And a lot of times when he's preparing that, he finds more stuff than we can even get to in TMI. And so it's like, oh, wait, this is a good conversation. I want to talk about this. And that recently happened with one that he found from Seth Schleter. You know this guy.
God, I'm still counting my blessings. All that you've done in my life.
Yeah, so he posted on his Instagram story that he recently did a 21-day fast, which I'm not going to lie, I've never really done, I haven't done too many fasts in my life. It's not something I've really leaned into or felt necessarily called to.
I get it for other people. Like, I haven't done 100%. A ton of it either. I've done some. I haven't done a ton of it.
But he was expressing how he felt like he didn't necessarily see much come from it, and this was kind of a little insight into the prayer he had with God about it.
I don't really know exactly what you did in his 21 days, but as I was talking with the Lord, I felt him just speak clearly, and he was like, hey, if I told you to do it, it's enough that you were obedient and just did it. You don't need to see the fruit. You just need to be obedient to it.
Okay. It's interesting because fasting for some people feels like only the uber religious do, you know, kind of thing. So I get it. Like if you're new to faith or is more casual in how you approach your faith, you're like, ooh, like I don't even understand this. It's basically giving up food or something, and in that time that you would normally be thinking about that thing, you focus your relationship on God. So I get it. Sometimes it's crying out to God for something in your life. So like I get all of that, but I understand how it can be weird for some people. But then in the same breath, like, I love his honesty, because as a Christian artist, you know, most people would be like, and I fasted and I prayed and my faith grew and it was amazing and I'm so on fire for God right now, you know, but he's like, yeah, I don't know, God, what were you trying to do in this moment? I didn't feel it. I didn't feel what I think I was supposed to feel. But the thing about being obedient to what I called you to, even if you didn't get the feels you want, is really good.
I think it's very relatable.
Yes.
And I appreciate that he was honest about it.
Absolutely. And so this is what we want to talk about with you. Have you ever fasted before, and from what? Because like now, like modern fasting, it's not always food, and most times it's social media or something that you value greatly in your life that you set aside and don't do. And so I'm curious about the two things. One, what did you fast? And two, what did you take away from it? What did you learn? Like for Seth Schleter, he learned that obedience was better than feeling. And I'm like, I love that. I would have never thought of that angle. And so that's why we want to have this conversation with you right now. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. If you want to weigh in on this, we'd love to get your perspective. So for you, Sandy, what have you fasted from and what was your takeaway?
Well, being someone that loves to eat, food and I are tight, but I had purpose in my heart about a year ago that I really wanted just to get out of the way of the Lord and just try and lean completely on Him more. There are days that He will tell me, He'll say, you need to fast to 12. There's a special reason, or it's very important. I don't have to know why. I don't care why. I just know that He loves me and that I love Him, and I know that somehow that He's working, so I'm trying to get out of His way. And fasting, it just humbles you.
I think when you're fasting food, because that's how it started like back in biblical times, because it was a big deal, and I think when you're fasting food, it takes you to a low point sometimes, and when we find that we're at some low points, that's where we actually listen to and hear God more, because we're more reliant on Him and we feel His presence more. And so maybe that's partly the reason for fasting. But for yours, where you're like, oh, I felt like God was telling me to do it, you're just being obedient, and that's a really good part of this too, as a byproduct. Uplifting WAY-FM, this is The Wally Show, and recently Gavin found a post from Seth Schleter
God, I'm still counting my blessings.
talking about fasting and how like he did it, but then he was like at the end of it was kind of like, what was I supposed to get out of this? And I love like that honesty, because I think that opens the door for a great conversation about what did you fast and what was your takeaway from it. But this was his.
I don't really know exactly what you did in this 21 days. But as I was talking with the Lord, I felt Him just speak clearly. And He was like, hey, if I told you to do it, it's enough that you were obedient and just did it. You don't need to see the fruit. You just need to be obedient to it.
Yeah, see, that's one that I hadn't really thought about before, just the obedience of it, because it might not make sense to you. Like, I don't know, why am I doing this, man? What am I supposed to get? I had a lady, ironically, that emailed me separately of this whole conversation the other day. Yeah, it had nothing to do with this. But she was talking about fasting, and she's like, I'm curious what your takeaway is. Like, I fasted, I did 3 days, water only, a food fast. Pro, I learned I can go without. Con, it reset my hormones and my flashbacks came back with a vengeance.
Oh, bless her.
Wow.
And she says, I love Jesus, but I felt like I might not have done it right because I wanted some kind of epiphany or deeper connection or a word from the Lord. So I think a lot of times when you fast, you're giving up something so that you can spend time and, with God. And I do think that, most people are like, man, I want to have this deep moment, this epiphany, and the light shining down on me. And then when it doesn't happen that way, you feel like, well, did I do something wrong? Like this lady. I don't think that's the case. That's where I think Seth Schleter's point of being obedient is really a valid perspective and an important perspective, because you're like, okay, I must have been wrong. Maybe I'm not right with God. And he's saying God was telling him, hey, man, you just did it. That's what I wanted you to do. I asked you to do something. You did it. That's obedience.
Sometimes it's just saying yes.
Obedience is better than sacrifice, kind of thing. So there you go.
Megan on Facebook, we were having this conversation, and she said that her and her small group did a 24-hour food fast. And she said the day that she decided to do this, the day went by so fast because she was so busy. But she said, I told my small group later I should have worn flip-flops all day instead because I hate having cold feet.
Oh.
And so she said, I would have noticed that way more.
She would have suffered.
More than just skipping meals.
That's an interesting thing, like the idea that it needs to be some kind of penance or punitive,
It doesn't always have to be food. It can be something that really does give you a lot of comfort so that you can realize it.
Exactly. So there you go. That was just Seth Schleter's take on fasting, which I think is good. If you've been in that place and are thinking about it or curious about it, it might help you process going through it.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.